The Roseangle House Murders. On a warm day in May 1980, a small group of med students were playing football on the streets of Dundee, when the ball was accidentally kicked into the garden of a nearby house called Roseangle. One of the students hopped the fence to retrieve it. After making a cursory glance at a basement window that had been smashed, he saw a horrific sight. 2 bodies, hacked and beaten to death. The victims were an elderly couple, retired Dr. Alexander Wood and his wife Dorothy. The man responsible was called Henry Gallagher. Roughly several days before the med student's gruesome discovery, Gallagher had broken into the address of 2 Roseangle House with the intention of robbing the place. He smashed the basement window, which caught the attention of Dorothy, who went to investigate, followed by Alexander. Gallagher proceeded to attack them both, while the elderly couple tried in vain to defend themselves. Eventually, Gallagher reached for a Slater's hammer and bludgeoned the pair. Then, for some strange, macabre reason, Gallagher then propped up the battered bodies into chairs in the basement kitchen. He then robbed the house of anything of value and fled the city for the English border. However, this was not the end of Gallagher's killing spree. Upon arriving in Ramsgate, he visited a monk called Edward Hull and confessed to what he did at Roseangle. Gallagher eventually murdered the monk along with his housekeeper. He was eventually apprehended 7 days later. He pled guilty to the 2 later murders and was sent to Broadmoor, a high-security psychiatric hospital, where he supposedly remains to this day. In a book of short stories called Blind Rage, which was published in 1994, Gallagher, under a pen name, confessed to what happened at Roseangle. But despite this, he has never been charged for the murders at Roseangle House.